What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot time coming at you from the back of the Utz wagon. It's Tuesday morning. I really don't have time to be doing college football videos, but I had to get on here and talk about Mack Brown. Breaking news, UNC has parted ways with their longtime coach, who's on his second stint currently at North Carolina, is the school's all-time winningest coach. And it's been there since 2019 this time around. 6-4, I think, on the season. 6-5 on the season right now. But coming off an embarrassing blowout loss on the road at Boston College this past weekend, which his team was a favorite. I saw that one coming. I had UNC I had Boston College all day long in that one. Just kind of a disappointing season this year for the most part, but up and down as well. They have had some decent wins. They went on the road. They tore up, who was it? Was it Virginia a few weeks ago? I think they dominated them. But, I mean, they got blown out by James Madison early in the season, and Brown was trying to reportedly quit at halftime of that game, and he decided not to or was talked out of it, whatever. I don't know. But I got to think this was, to fire him right now, before the last game of the season, right? But to not let him coach, I guess they're not going to let him coach the rivalry game against NC State. I mean, it wouldn't make sense that they are. It's got to be a case of, he apparently has 3 years left on his contract. Got to be a case of he wanted to come back again next year, and they probably kind of wanted to amicably part ways with him, i.e., you just going ahead and retire/resign. And he probably didn't want to do that, so I left him with no choice but to let him go. He authored a couple of season opening victories over the Gamecocks back in 2019 and in 2023 in what used to be our home away from home, which is Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Both really embarrassing defeats to a UNC team that then would turn around and not be very good. So I'm glad to see him go in that regard. We did kick his ass back in 2021 in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, which old Shane Beamer got himself a nice douse with some Duke's mayonnaise after that one for his troubles. But North Carolina is a state that should have better football. Not just the University of North Carolina, just all around. And talking college teams, not as far as talent. There's talent in the state of North Carolina in terms of high schools, but the college football in the state of North Carolina has largely been subpar, and UNC leading the way. It's a large southern state with a large population, and they just should be better at football. And they're the flagship of the state of North Carolina, so I'm sure they want to go a different direction, and I don't blame them. There's a lot of head coaching jobs that have opened up in the past few weeks or so, and makes me wonder about South Carolina defensive coordinator Clayton White. His name's been bounced around with some other jobs in the past. I don't think he would be in line for a North Carolina type job, but someone from the group of five who might potentially go take that North Carolina job. Clayton White may end up being a backfill. Not so worried about Fred Flintstone, Dowell Loggins taking a head coaching position anywhere, but Clayton White leaving is kind of, that may be a little bit concerning, but I'm sure we'll figure it out if he does. And watching that coaching carousel is definitely going to be interesting this year in terms of who goes where. I have to think that this is probably Garrett Riley's last season at Clemson as offensive coordinator, because I think that guy will end up taking a job somewhere in the group of five. Probably, I think he would be a fit at like a Florida Atlantic, or possibly a Charlotte. Nah, he's probably too flashy to go to Charlotte. He probably needs to go to somewhere like a Florida Atlantic or something like that. But yeah, coaching carousel has definitely already started turning. Mack Brown surprisingly dismissed from the University of North Carolina. Not a surprise that he's gone, but a surprise that he got dismissed. Anyway, that's about all I got to say about that, guys. I'll get back to work. I'll see y'all later. Appreciate you. Peace. And I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Fuck Clemson.